Peace to the nation. Uh, it's very, very late, and I really was kind of pussyfooting and making this video. Uh, I'm failing in one of those things, one of the primary directives, well, attributes of a content creator. I haven't been consistent. I do apologize for my lack of consistency. I must admit that I've been somewhat chagrined and disappointed, uh, not enthusiastic to come on and do videos because I look at my view count and it's like, well, I can't necessarily figure out what specifically and solely that I'm doing wrong per se. Am I talking about the wrong things? Is it my delivery or whatever? But you know, I what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, just a simple word is disappointed. Uh, Golly, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I hadn't felt like necessarily making the content. So, uh, I don't want to bore y'all to death. Let me get into what I want to talk about. Really, there's a few things actually, but they've probably already been talked about ad nauseum. But you know, uh, Boosie, I kind of I talked about Boosie on my other platform, the Real Beauty of Black Relationships on, page on Facebook, um, and his situation with his daughter. He has a situation with supposedly with a artist that he has signed, and it's just all kind of things and going on with Mr. Badass. Now, not to say that before he got arrested and he got put on or not parole situation, bond stipulations, which I'm sure that he can't smoke marijuana. Keep it short, I would much prefer Boosie on marijuana. Because Boosie on marijuana, uh, I would hope that he would have kind of contemplated for a minute before he made a song uh, dissing his daughter, or went online and talked about his daughter. I guess even if she was tipping around in the football locker room, who was her daddy to tell the world about it? I understand. The child should stay in her place. The child, yeah, but she's still a child though. This is Boosie's a 40-year-old man. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about, well, this is just some old bullshit. Now, but some people say that this has to do with. I live in Chicago, and I know about this particular rapper. I heard about him through the rapper Chief Keef. This rapper named Lil Reese, right? It was a video that I saw on Instagram. I think it was on Say Cheese or something like that, where this rapper named Lil Reese, and he was walking down the street with a couple of guys, and they happened to see a homeless man. I guess you could presume that he was homeless because he was laying on the concrete. So they see this homeless man. Hey, Unc, da da da, blah blah blah, Unc. You know, uh, the man's sleeping. Not bothering nobody, minding his own business. So they say it wasn't necessarily Lil Reese. I was under belief that it was Lil Reese at first. But they say it was somebody else, maybe in Lil Reese's entourage, that threw a drink on him. Uh, I saw in the hand. I mean, it wasn't even water. It was some type of drink. Threw the drink on the man. Just the ultimate. You call the man Unc, but you gonna throw a drink on him. Now, I live in this city, and I mean, down there, so you don't have to limit it to Chicago. You can pretty much spread out around the world, around the country, Western society, um, particularly, seemingly in the black community, for what it is, where it seems as if the youth don't necessarily have a strong respect or regard. And not saying Lil Reese got to be about 30 something. Not saying that Lil Reese is super young, but they have less of a regard for the elders. And I mean, I can understand that the elders ain't necessarily showed them nothing in which they can aspire to, or which they can lean on, and they can maybe perceive as some form of inheritance. I understand where the argument may come in. Well, they shouldn't be looking for an inheritance for me because I paved the way for them to make their way through life. These are westernized terms. I mean, these are things that are put on in the black mind, like by the Western civilization, the European, the Alabaster man, and I guess that brings me to the last little point I'm gonna make because, like I said, I can't be on here long. I got together at 5:30. It's like three. I ain't three. It's like two right now. But I'll be all right. Uh, the last point, westernized culture and traditions, and then we have the tradition which is known as marriage. I had just seen, Mr. Charleston. I guess Mr. Charleston's channels are kind of like under um, policing, where he can't necessarily go live. I haven't seen him go live on Instagram, not on YouTube, because his YouTube already high. Um, I think he went on TikTok, but whatever. But this particular video I saw on Facebook, and it was just a few minutes ago. Now I don't know whether a lot of y'all, if any of the people who might watch this video might have saw the interview he did with a platform known as the Dancer Project. Now, he did this interview on the Dancer Project with the Brittany Renner lady, and the Brittany Renner was asking him about his relationship status per se. And Charles said, "I'm married," and then it somehow came out, "I also got a girlfriend," and admittedly, reasonably, Miss Renner attempted to prod the situation. She attempted to cross-examine, ask more questions to get more details about the situation. How do you manage the situation, Mr. Charleston White? Mr. Charleston White is considerate. Uh, Gentlemen don't necessarily don't kiss and tell, as they say, per se. And you also had to consider about the people that are being spoken of. The people that are being spoken of aren't even present. So how could he even begin to have a conversation about those people and the type of intimate relationship they are in when they aren't present? So, like I said, I was checking out a live. I was looking for a Charleston White live. Mr. Charleston White came on at just the right time. I guess that because I was planning on doing the video earlier. So I guess when I saw this video, it kind of distracted me from it. So anyway, he comes on and he playing what's it? It's one of them good old '90 R&B songs. If you believe in love, in the power. Now, I mean, I could post a man video, but I'm just gonna talk to y'all about it. But anyway, he came on with the song. That's the song. Start out with the song, whatever. And then he broke in and said, he was speaking to his wife's family. Now, evidently, his wife's family watched the content online, and you can play the character to a certain extent, but then there's also certain attributes, certain times and periods where you might dip outside that character. And when you dip outside that character, everything that surrounds you outside the character, with the people that are in your circle, what have you. Now, the girlfriend he speaks of, the girl, the companion, some may say mistress, even the most crude of us may say side chick. I remember seeing her, briefly when he was down in the video in Florida when he made Soldier Boy. But then it was like a time period where I didn't see her, and I guess that was him being careful enough not to, you know, necessarily show her, put her in that light. Uh, but then you had I guess really when she was being more visible, the most visible I think was probably when he went to Aiden Ross' situation. So if you're watching the Aiden Ross, and the Aiden Ross shit was super viral, so most people seen what that was. and they seen that he was with somebody. Meanwhile, Mr. Charles, we love. Well, I say I haven't met her personally in life, but the spirit. I love the spirit of Mrs. White. I love the spirit of Mr. and Mrs. White together. Um, it's I mean, how do you put this? It's a romantic movie. I guess you could make a movie out of it, but I'm trying to make the parallel to it, to what it may be. Lady, lady in the tram, sort of like a lady in the tram situation, but the big dog becomes the bigger dog, but I don't know, man. But like I say, this situation, the way they got together, the way Charleston's told the story, is something that even someone like myself who's been single, whatever, that don't necessarily have too much of uh, a what's the word? Not don't have too much. Uh, I can't even say hope. I don't even hope is even the word to use. Don't Doesn't necessarily see the utility of a marriage. I guess someone to grow old with, and whoever gets sick first, and may need a caretaker. But then that's insincere. You can't necessarily count on the person that person might leave you in a nursing home. So you might as well just have money for your nursing home if you just happen to get old and may need assisted living. But let me get back to it. So he's talking to the family, and then he's telling the family, want y'all pretty much mind y'all business. His wife has came online. I think the video is a video on my page where she came online and she said that she's not going nowhere. And even when you see Charleston on the road with with uh his companion, uh I don't know how to word it. His girlfriend. He said, "No, I'm worried like he worried." He said he got a wife and a girl. We see him on the road with his girlfriend, uh, well, in the front of the beginning. And I mean, it's not necessarily. You can't nobody like the man said. Can't nobody tell you what to do with your woman, or woman or women or whatever. The women may choose what you allow for them to do to you, but to them, but yet still, if your woman is your woman and your woman is underneath, I shouldn't say underneath, I gotta be careful, women take things too literal. If we were underneath your protection, we'll utilize, because the women say they feel less protected, but these women, Charleston's wife and Charleston's girlfriend are underneath the protection of Charleston. So it's like, well, it's understandable. His wife's mother's sister, the daughter, or whomever might be acquainted with her, so they might feel, well, she might be ashamed and stuff, blah blah blah. People are adults. People make their own choices and decisions, and you look at it like when people who make question or make critique of other people and what they may be going through or how they may be feeling, they need to make comparisons to their particular situations and their positions in life. Uh, for all intents and purposes, according to those who really matter, the man and the wife, they'll state to you that they're happily married. They're strongly married. All marriages have, or any union may have problems. You also have to consider this as well. When she met Charles White, like Charles was saying in the story, he was the struggling community activist. Just being BME, no, what's it? BMI, barely making it. Uh, not saying that the man was, hurt, because like you say, he always, but no, but she met him at well, I don't even want to say a low point, but just at a point where, he wasn't where he is now. Just put it like that. He wasn't where he is now. But what she saw within him and not to throw you lots of words just over you. She saw the potential in him. She saw his gifts. She saw what she could add in order, how she could what she could pour into him, what she could bring to him in order to uh, make him the better man that he is, and due to the fact, yeah, and I guess you got to say due to the fact, because due to the fact that they were a couple, they are a man and woman who are interested in each other. So naturally, not even necessarily interested, who are in love, who have grown love or growing in love, or now fully in love with each other, or fully love each other. You want to see the best out of the person that you love, just like you would expect the person who loves you to want to see the best out of you. So now you have here you go, you fast forward, I guess maybe you look at it like this, maybe like maybe 2 years, 2 years from the point, I guess, where uh, she will, from the point before Charleston made this transition to, how you say, the Denzel Washington of Facebook, or running the internet, billion views on TikTok, man, before he became the pop icon that he is. She was there with him. She believed in his vision. She believed in, when your significant other is out before the public and saying things and doing things that might be questionable, whether that person has all their mental faculties, but yet and still you're confident enough to know that, hey, that's my man, that's my woman, uh, and whatever they own, I'm on it with them, because I know at the end of the day it's for the greater benefit of us both. So it was, but the man say he don't do too much lying. He also see a low down motherfucker. Uh, in my mind, from my perspective, when he was asked that question on the dance project, and he gave the answer that we all pretty much knew the answer to the question. Uh, hey man, you have a lot of these relationship gurus and all these things like that, and they'll try to give you all this newfangled advice, but really all it comes down to is that a man takes care of as many wives as he can afford. We, like I said, the monogamous marriage situation is a European concept. You have those who even reside in Africa and Asia and India or what have you to this day. They may have multiple wives. The Middle East, they have multiple wives or and concubines or what have you, because for the mere fact they're able to afford that. And when you think about it, a lot of the times when you go about looking at these social media platforms and things like that, and not even necessarily that. We'll go with, like, for example, a dating show. I'm just gonna throw Kendra G out there. Kendra G is a content creator who has a dating show. So she tries to put people up or introduce people to the world by way of her platform, and that she'll ask the women what how much money do they make, or blah blah blah, and they'll say a certain amount. They'll say you got three figures, six figures. You got to make six figures. That man, just we bring it back to what I'm on. That man, Mr. Charleston, I'm sure at that particular point, well, I can't be sure, but I want to presume that he wasn't making six figures at the point, but his wife was a six-figure woman, and she saw something in him, and what she felt was worthy enough to, you know, put herself and her value next to him, and what she saw as his potential value, or his pre-existing value. But the man, he when he had to let the family know, you can't necessarily, if This woman is happy. Um, who are you to interfere and try to somehow put things in her head to where she may have doubts? Because what they say in those vows is that uh, man and wife forsaking all others. But nevertheless, man, I didn't. I came on here to holler at the folks. I actually was looking for my guy. Shout out to my guy Unitas One. Uh, he was checking for me and shit. So, I want to come on and do a little drop, talk about something, what have you. So, uh, but yeah, man, that's the Mac and N. I mean, I'm not even still like it because you still got to consider. I'm still considering, and I'm sure he considers as well. Um, these women's feelings, his wife's feelings, and the girlfriend's feelings. Uh, and there must be conversations and understandings must be made. But the man said, he don't want to be a whoremonger. He don't want to go out here and have sex with multiple women. Actually, the girlfriend adds him a layer of protection. What it is it prevents those other women who he might encounter on the road from intruding themselves upon him. It also gives him an extra set of eyes in order or extra set of eyes and ears to listen and observe what is going on in certain positions and situations, like much like she did during the Aiden Ross situation. And more than likely doing, when he went to box, man, that boxing shit, that's something else. That boxing shit, man, man. But hell, I done wasted $20 some on some other bullshit than that. But I expected to see a nigga fight, but old boy wanted to fight outside the ring. Yeah. Uh. So Mr. Charleston doing what they call it polygamy, a little bit different. It ain't got to be where I guess folks want to see they're caught up in the threesome type of situation and two wives in the household. I guess blah blah blah, a circle of intimacy within the household, but um, that's not doesn't necessarily have to constitute what polygamy is. Um, those kings and those emperors who were very very financially endowed, they were able to put their wives in different palaces. So you didn't necessarily have to have a communal situation per se. Nevertheless, let me get off here, man. I just wanted to drop what I was dropping. Uh, Shout out to Anthony Dewberry. I told the nigga Cross, cause I don't even have a Nanny Boo Boo shirt. Charleston Nanny Boo Boo shirts. Cause it's like yeah, it is what I want to support. I support who I support. I not support my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't put living niggas on my chest. I don't wear. I might wear some Malcolm X T-shirt or a Bob Marley T-shirt, but them niggas is dead. So I had to rep from my guy. That's a dope ass shirt, dope ass design. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Can you see the it? Can you see the it? What it is? Yeah, the it right there. The it right on the thing now. Just do it. Just do bury it. But yeah, I'm waiting for my game related T-shirts. Uh, I put in an order for them. So peace and love, y'all. Nigga Nation, I got to get ready to go to bed so I can get up in the morning. Alright, y'all. One more time. This is Nigga Nation flag. Dun 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 dun. You motherfucking bitch, you. Peace and love. I'm out.